Good morning. Ah, another fresh cup of coffee. I probably shouldn't have had this much coffee this morning already. Oh, you know, I didn't check my volume here. See where I'm at. Of course, I'm low. There we go. There we go. I should be a little bit louder now. That is a hot cup of coffee. Let me turn that on. Set that down. So, yeah. There was a skunk prowling around last night. And I could smell it out there. And so I went out and warned the cats. I said, stay away. Don't go near the skunk. And most of them listened to me. So I spent some time this morning with gloves on and a little bit of hydrogen peroxide and baking soda and stuff like that, mixed in a kind of a watery paste, rubbing it onto a couple of cats who were not happy with me doing that. Luckily, they only got little tiny bits on them. Dorks. So, yeah. Cats. Cats with fun. Oh my gosh. So now I decided I'm going to do some writing here. All right, I went past this section and I'm going into the next. Yeah, most. Two of them got a little bit on them. And of course it was boy cats. And one of them is the feral cat who is kind of nice occasionally, but then will just turn on me in a second. Like, why are you doing whatever it is you want? And like swipe at me. So he was a lot of fun to put that stuff on. He didn't like it. He didn't like it at all. Good morning, Shadow Warden. By the way, Shadow Warden, if you haven't been into Dune recently, you should log into Dune. Ooh, iced coffee. Pot in the fridge I made yesterday. Nice. It just got a notification. Oh, it had nothing to do with my stream. Okay. I was going to check and see just how hot it is out there right now. It is 10 in the morning and it is 94 degrees. I laugh at the people in the UK who say, it's 78, we're all dying. I finally turned on the air conditioning. Get a fan. Open your windows. You're on a breezy little island. Get that breeze going. If you hear music, I'm streaming stuff from Pretzel Rocks. I'm listening to Industrial right now. Got your ornithopter outside, but I was going to retire soon. Okay. Yeah, I mean, you can repair it. Turning the storms back on was, good because it helps regenerate nodes and everything, but it was bad for everything that got left out. Bad. We're making a lot of strides on the guild base, so rather I'm helping a little bit because I've been busy, but JT and Kiwi are going crazy on it. All right. I have a document I need to open. It's in this folder about learned helplessness because I needed to remember some of this. Got it. Yeah. Okay, gotta make that larger. Gosh, cats. They've been quiet for like 2 hours. I start streaming, they hear a voice, and they're like, time to run. Dummies. right, get rid of those words. You can hear them, and you can hear them. Just rereading these paragraphs here. Okay, mortality is the death. This is subtraction, the sundering, and loss of data. Loss. And I believe they were giving us a gift, sparing us from separation, a loss, behaving like programs. Okay, person of enemy death. Peace. Nothing is like me. That. Oh, that was taken away. Okay. It's not it. It's. There. Make some sense of this for the reader. Problem. Iced coffee made. Back to embroidering. Woo! Embroider it up. She obsessed on a thing. She repeated them ad nauseum. Number she'd seen the master. What she liked was trying to reconcile. I just realized I made a huge leap that maybe the reader would have gotten here, but I'm going to actually fill it in, spell a little bit of it out to him, because it might be too much of a leap. It might have been a bit much there. Feed. 75 upstairs. I already posted a picture of my progress in that selfie area in the Moonskull server. That's coffee is for the week. Selfie area. There's a selfie area? Oh yeah, there is. Oh, nice. Hey, you're getting the shading down. Very nice. It's your Trogdor. Consummate V's. Consummate V's. I guess I should say musical notes. It's not understood necessarily. Yeah, I'm having cayenne pepper hot coffee right now, and it is 93. No one ever said I was the smartest ice wizard in the world. Though I am making sure that I'm now barefoot, because I had socks on when I had my slippers on when I went outside just a little bit ago to check on cats. Sorry, I gotta do this. Woof. You're British. Your boyfriends are still drinking tea. Tea. Hello, Estantia, Bast Asynchronicity. I was chuckling because one of my friends lives over in the UK. He's in Scotland, and the other one that I was talking to lives in, I don't even know what city he's in. He's near Amsterdam. I can't remember. I think it starts with an R. I don't remember. But anyway, they were complaining about how hot it was, and I said, oh, okay. Because where I live, and I put this on Twitter yesterday, or X, whatever it's called now, it's 94 Fahrenheit right now. And it has no signs of stopping, and it's only like not even 11 o'clock in the morning. This is normal for us. We go down to negative 60 Fahrenheit all the way up to 100 plus in the summer. So we get the extremes. Woo! I can never remember for whatever reason, my brain doesn't want to work backwards. I know how to take Celsius into Fahrenheit, but I never remember how to take Fahrenheit back into Celsius. Yeah, it's 34 Celsius here right now. I had to look it up because I know you can take Celsius times 1.8 and add 32, and usually that's about Fahrenheit. 30, 32. Okay. Keep my wimpy British self in this temperate climate. Well, you know, I thought that since being on the island, you know, surrounded by the beautiful ocean everywhere, that you guys would have tons of breezes. I mean, if Clarkson's Farm has taught me anything, is that it rains a lot over there. So hopefully you get some cooling rain soon, or some breezes coming through. That would be good. Ah, it's 4:30 p.m. Woo! It's a hot day. Not fun. I'm having this character repeating something ad nauseum, trying to get a point across to someone else, and he's just figured it out. Okay. Does rain a lot, but I'm in the driest part of the country and the air is dead. Ooh. That's not good. Now, the trick is all you have to do is get yourself all dressed up to go out and do something, or like wash your car off and then go somewhere, and then it'll rain on you. Then you'll be fine. All right, let's go here. We'll do this. I was thinking and quoting it. Yes, ad nauseum. It is a fun phrase. I like it. I enjoy it anyway. But that's me. So what's everybody up to today besides baking in the heat? I got to play around with my cats. I was telling Chrysanth earlier. Two of them got sprayed by a skunk. Just lightly sprayed last night, even though I warned them. Yes, I warned the cats. So I got to massage hydrogen peroxide, baking soda mixture into their fur today to try and help them out. They were not pleased. Seven-hour stream, did some editing. Nice. Oh, skunks. Ah, yes, they're not fun. Whenever they get the cats, I feel awful for them. When I was a kid, my brother and I were out looking for berries because my mom had sent us out with a couple of bread sacks. This was in the 80s, the early 80s. Said, I need berries for pies or something because we're going to use them in the at the farmer's market. She's like, you know, go find gooseberries or blackberries, or if you find a mulberry tree, great. And so we went looking, and we had 2 bread sacks full of berries were coming back. They were stretching out. They were so full. We're like, yay. Our German Shepherd Max is like, looks over at the bushes at one point. My brother's like, go get it, Max, go get it. No, don't tell him to do that. He's like, okay. He runs up in the bushes and he's like, rawr, rawr, get something, and he comes running back to it. My brother's like, yeah. And I saw what it was, and he had grabbed the skunk by the rear hindquarters, and he was shaking it, and he, well, killed the thing, but he pierced the scent glands and everything back there, I think, and it was just spraying everywhere, and it got in his mouth, and it got on both of us. Whoa. We got home, and we're yelling at my mom, come out, come out, and she was so busy. She was so annoyed. She's like, what the heck do you want? Stop yelling. This is why she usually locked us out of the house. And she finally came out. She's like, whoa, oh, don't come in. Stay away from the house. Just get away. And we got doused in tomato juice. The dog got doused in tomato juice. He's just lapping up the tomato juice like, help me, because he got it in his mouth. We burned our clothes because my mom wouldn't let us keep the clothes. It was a fun day. Yay, somewhere out in the middle of nowhere. I could not imagine that. I could not imagine having the dog sense of smell. Every childhood story from Frost usually ends with something like, and then a metal beam pierced my thigh. I pulled it out and continued playing tag. Well, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. that same summer, my brothers were playing with. We found a bow. We actually found a bow in an old abandoned house, and we managed to get our hands on a couple of arrows, and we do target shooting. And one day, my brother thought it'd be really cool. He's like, "I bet you can't hit that," and it was a wire going from the barn to the house. Like, I doubt we could because there's a couple wires up there. We kept shooting at it, kept missing. And when my brother shot it up, it landed and it went boop like this, touched both wires, and it just boom, showers of sparks, and the light over the barn just went off. We're like, we never told anybody what happened. The guy who owned the farm is like, huh, something happened to the wires out in the barn, and he had to get somebody in there to fix it, change the fuses and everything. We're like, we're just happy he didn't short out everything in the house. We were smart kids. We were great. A good writer. Yeah, that's me. I'm a nice person usually, unless you listen to Crescent. Maybe. You know, yeah, it's fun time. Hey, we had the we did the two, what was it? Two Truths and a Lie, I think it was, on stream that one night. And I had told people that the three things I said were, I shot someone, I've been shot, and I've swallowed a bullet. And the one that was not true, the one that was a lie, was that I shot someone because we were moving a 22 around, and my friend assured me that it was not loaded, and he took it, and he pointed it at the wall in his parents' bedroom, and kapow, it went off. And he's like, oh, it was loaded. Luckily, it was a birdshot cartridge, a little 22 birdshot cartridge, so all it did was put some little marks on the wall, but we just put a chair in front of it. But yeah, I did get technically shot because they were firing at shotgun shells on a log with that same 22 from about 20 feet away, and they hit one of them, and yeah, buckshot right back at me. Few of them embedded in my area around my collarbone. It was a lot of fun. It's just pushed against them like you're popping a pimple, and boink, little things came out. To be a teenager and be like, wow, that was kind of cool. Let's not do that again. Never nice when you're playing games. Oh, I'm never nice when I'm playing games. I was complaining about the stealth in Dune last night because they have a stealth mission of all things in their survival game as part of the story. And it's just you here's how bad it is, Tomix. There's guys who can't see you. They're like looking outwards on towers. If you sneak around and you boom, shoot him and kill him. It says, you've been spotted with a skull. Because the guy sees you when he dies. But it doesn't break the stealth. And then if you get seen by a spotlight, you have a few seconds to get out. I'm like, oh, okay, that's fine. But they require you to go through an area with spotlights to get to the main objective. There's no way you can't go through them, so you just have to run. While there's guys patrolling right there. It's really weird setup. It's strange. But if you get seen by a guy, it starts a timer. It says 30 seconds. I'm like, weird. Doesn't matter where you go. After 30 seconds, it does this lock-on thing, and it ends the mission. I don't know why they give you a time countdown, because you can't do anything about it. You just fail the mission. But what? Who designed this? And I thought, well, maybe it's just me. Everybody I've talked to so far is like, yeah, it's a horrible mission. So I don't feel too bad this time, Tomix. Shot myself with a BB by shooting a tree when I was 10. You see? Sassy Witch knows. Sassy Witch understands. My brothers were playing with their friend, who was a couple years older, and they were shooting BBs at each other because, you can only pump it 5 times and then shoot. But my older brother didn't really care. He just wanted to do stuff because he's kind of a sociopath. And he shot his friend in the arm. And so he got a BB embedded in his forearm, their friend, and it was stuck, and we couldn't get the thing out. We finally did, and he had this hole in his arm. It looked like this big, like a little bloody, perfectly round hole. We're like, what are we gonna tell everybody? My mom's gonna wonder what happened. We're like, pointed over the chickens. A chicken pecked you, and that was the story they went with. And everybody's like, oh wow, yeah, the chickens suck. And as I remember it, my mom said, well, we know which chicken we're going to be eating next. So I think they signed that chicken's death warrant by doing that. Even a broken clock is right twice a day. That is true. I'm not quite that good. I'm broken once a day. No, I mean I'm right once a day. Wait. No? Yes? Oh, get out of here, buddy. There's a spider running across the top of my my big monitor. He made a, I think it's the same one who made a little web over on my webcam, which is funny. But he abandoned that one. He built a little web up in the corner up there where he's caught a couple of little bugs. And I'm all for it. I'm happy for him catching the bugs. I just don't need him on my monitor making webs. Blackthorn trees do that. Ah, yeah. Treason it is then. So I'm back into the second book in my series here. I think the only person here who's read the first version of the book that I'm still trying to get published is Grisant. I'm working on the second one, and I'm about 42,000 words into it now. So about half of where I want to get it to. I cut a chunk out recently just to move things around. But now I'm in a section where they're going to be starting to talk about more philosophy and ideas and the idea of learned helplessness, which I've been researching quite a bit. Pretty interesting topic. And if you don't know what that is, it's like basically if you keep exposing a person to uncontrollable negative events, they start to believe that they're powerless to do anything about it. Even if they see an opportunity, they're like, I'm just going to take it because I can't do anything. It happens in game design. People are just like, I can't do anything about it. I'm just dead. People get less motivated. It leads them to be passive. They feel hopeless, which is why it's called learned hopelessness. Even when they give control back, they did experiments with people and animals, getting treats or not treats and all this kind of stuff. And it's pretty interesting how you can stop people from trying to get away from the bad stuff. If they learned how to be helpless in a situation, they will just stop even trying. So, and what was the other things? Yeah, there is a counter to it, which is what I'm also researching about. So it's pretty interesting. There were even teachers did experiments with their students to see if they would go against the grain or not when things happen in a similar set of experiments. Pretty fun stuff. Blackthorns trees do leave the round holes. Ow. Don't give up. Sorry, I'm having hot sauce coffee right now, so my nose is my nose is running slightly. And here I go back for more. All right, and at the moment, the main character is chatting with a certain being that is trying to understand things. But isn't him, and isn't the person. So, very different thought process. So I get to do the whole two people talking back and forth, trying to understand one another in a philosophical mode, sort of. It's entertaining. You got too many tabs making noises at you? I'm sorry. You could mute me. Go listen to your I don't know, Labubu stream. No. I'm assuming is Moss still on? Let's see. I closed the tab. That's not what I was trying to do. Dang it. I gotta stop closing tabs. Okay. There you go. All right, I'm going to mute that again. Boop. I will put, okay, it's muted still. Good. This is the last stream for he and Nomi, right? I think. Man, how much cayenne pepper did I put in this today? Was I not paying attention? I might have done what I did the other day. After I realized it, I put cayenne pepper in the coffee twice because I forgot I'd put it in there. Evidently, I put it in and like closed the top of the thing and moved it off the side. And I was like, oh yeah, I got to put pepper in there. I was like, woo, this is a hot cup of coffee. All right. Anyway, back to this. It wasn't the father explained as best he could. Okay. Good at making me feel dumb. Okay, but I'm... say wrong. Yeah. Okay. You do that, open your heavens clog? No, I just like the taste of it, and woo, it's making me very sniffly. Huh? I am working on the sequel to my first book that I wrote, which I'm still looking for a publisher for. And I'm about halfway through it. And in this section, it's a philosophical discussion between the main character and a being and or a couple of beings with that being about the nature of how people approach death and how learned helplessness is related to this larger story that's going on in this section of the book. I'm also having a Coke, by the way. So I'm totally caffeinated. Over caffeinated, maybe. So Chrysanth has read this. She knows some of the characters I'm talking about. I mean, she read the first book. She'll probably be able to guess what characters are discussing things right now in their philosophical bits. So I have fun with this. It does take a little bit of pondering, and I usually do that pondering when I'm not writing it, because then I can let this stuff flow. This part has been giving me a little bit of fits, though, because I want to word everything correctly. There's a lot of subtlety going on in the language, and a lot of calling back to earlier messages, trying to pull it all together. So I have to keep going back to like the first book and look and see what I wrote and be like, oh, that's how I phrased it. Okay. The only... let's see. I spelled this word properly. We're going to go... All right, now, see, this is where I have to go back to the first book, which I thought I had open here. Guess I don't. Go back to my folder here. I have too many folders. My craft. That is the copy edit version, which I think will work. I think that's the most recent. Okay. All right, we'll go with this. Okay, no. Okay. Okay, here's the conversation. Let's see here. I was that for a while. Usually haven't late at night with Joel after a good dinner, but these have been harder and harder to arrange when I need to be in the working most hours. Defend my thoughts in a class. All right. A little more. Okay. Let me check here. Did I already use this? Did I already call back to this? Okay. Never talked about it was inferior. Complex. Complex. I use the complex word often. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Where was I? I was on page... Oh, I went back a little bit far. Page 1. 3-ish. Okay. Nope, that's... anticlimactic. Huh. Okay, that... Oh! I went back... I thought I went back too far, but I didn't go far enough. Alright, sisters followed. Because I have a section at the end of this, it's like pulled out parts that I don't want to go into. I want to go down to the end of this segment. What am I on here? 134, 140. I think I was on 142. Where was I? Ah, okay, here we go. Ba, 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 ba. Right. Dang it. copied it from the other thing and it didn't. This keyboard is being stupid. My copy and paste has been just misbehaving here. Why? All right, let's see if it actually works this time. There we go. It worked. I don't know why it was causing problems. And we'll italicize that. There we go. Oh boy. A bot. I love bots. I don't love bots. Let me click on the little thingy to remove this thing. Why won't it let me remove this? All right, thank you, Tomix. For whatever reason, my machine is being stupid and I couldn't even touch it. Let's see. I just got some messages. What is it? Boop. He still uses your DMs. Only one allowed to spam Frost. Exactly. Exactly. Spam away. All right. Okay. Buy one viewer for one shawarma and a Coke. Ooh, shawarma and a Coke. Thunderous keystrokes. I am a thunderous keystroke person. I could tap the microphone. Yeah, and this is the quiet keyboard that I bought. The $180 super quiet keyboard. It's not super quiet. And hello, Nozaku boy. How's it going? How you doing today? How would I? Oh, that's interesting. How am I going to phrase that? Don't tap the bike. Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. Everything's loud enough over here already. You're working? Working? Okay. I took yesterday off, and I worked almost the whole day because I was doing my guys' reviews for the year. So that's the only way I could really get them done and pay the attention to them that I could during the day. Because I didn't feel like doing them at night because I was supposed to. I'm trying to keep work and life a little separate. So I took a day off and worked all day on reviews. But almost nobody bothered me. I only got in 3 conversations on Slack at work. So I felt like that was a win. They're truly glorious, unlike your disappearance from the Dune server. No, Zaku boy, don't disappear. I'm going to be helping, at some point I'm going to help Sevi get some, Aetheryte crystals so she can start making cobalt paste for her stuff she's working on. I mean, the other thing is we could always just have Sevi and everybody move over to the guild base we have, and not worry about making their own stuff if they don't want to. I don't think that needs that word. What was I? Okay. Did I name? Trying. Okay. Trying to remember the other name here that I've, because I switched one of these names around. I want to make sure that I'm using the right one. Okay, nope, that's her still. Okay. Let's go with this. Okay, I need, did I not name her in this scene? I keep using a specific term. All right, let me check. I have another document open here with the other notes in it. Let's look at that one really quickly. All right, I don't have the names in that document because I'm a dunderhead. Look at me. I'm super grin and nod, pretend I don't do stuff. Tourist. Get back to it, just haven't been motivated. This is book 2. This is this picks up right after the ending you loved so much of the first one. I mean, I think you liked it, but we're also grumpy that it ended, which is great. But yeah, this picked up right after that with no interlude or anything. But this is, I'm about 150 pages into this next part. I mean, I technically have almost 200 pages here, but a bunch of it is stuff I'm cutting out, moving around. So I'm in the process of working on stuff. All right, let me open up one of the, I've got 3 of these documents. I need this. Nope, I don't need that one. I want this one. Okay, that one gives me that note, and here's the other note. All right, okay. Still mad at you for, oh, I got all caps. Oh no, still mad at you for that ending. It just fired you up again. You want to reread it again? Well, you should still have access to it, I think. At some point, I may send you the first couple chapters of this to let me well, tell me what you think of those. But I know you're really busy with summer work, so. I know you're busy. Lots of people are busy. Summer is a busy time. Okay. Let's say but that was sort of her standard look. All right. That works. One of the ways I judge a book series if the end of one book moves smoothly into the beginning of the next. Ah, okay. Oh no, I gotta check. Is it gonna be good? Is it gonna work? Is it gonna work? I'll have to go back and look at it and make sure. Huge change to our whatever. Though. Support fall. From falling again. Datas. That's not a word. Data. So, we'll say hour. Never intention to inform humans about changes this process. How? An I instead of a D. There we go. See how such visible alterations can be permitted to live. Oops. Or I'm just hearing the cats going running across the floor up there. Alright, there we go. Frame that sentence better that way. Alright, kind way of framing what they've done to us, but I ignored it, knowing that harsh words. Let's see. I don't want to use the same word. We'll do a harsh reaction. It was never my intention. That's not how it works. Ooh. Oh, I hear a kitty cat at the back door. Let's see who it is. This time, Calvino is not one of the cats that got sprayed, so. Though he was near them today, so he has the faint scent of it on him. A little. Oh man, when I look through the camera out there, it's hazy. It's so humid. Oh, great. It's now 97. And here, they said it was only going to get up to 92. Dorks! Alright, so let's see. Limited data. Look. Predatories ever. I think the pensive. Use your heck is this song? I don't know if you guys can actually even hear the music. I have it down so low. I'm being lazy. Should mow the lawn, but going to be in the hundreds all week, so I'm going to do it next Friday when I have the day off work. That is a good idea. You know what you should get, Chrysant? Robot mower. I hear they're amazing. Because I heard that Erudite taunted you with his. Freaking Carl. Does make it tempting though, but I'm on a main road and don't trust someone running off of it. Oh yeah, good point. Good point. Yep. Yeah, you'd have to be out there watching it, honestly. So it would be more like you having tea watching the lawnmower. Oops, traditional view. There we go. The time to sleep, but when he was over and going to such a place, you imagine even if that's a rest, a journey into light, that is the other option. You could always get a robot mower and just weld spikes all over it and turn it into like a Thunderdome kind of little hedgehog that nobody could want to pick up or want. Actually, that might make it more inviting. Somebody might want it more then. Never mind. Never mind. Alright, what was I on to here? Oh, boss ended his stream. Alright, making sure my stuff's still running. My stuff's still running. Woohoo! My gosh, I must have put way too much in today. Whew. Whew. Okay. Hot sauce for the win! Mostly sit outside in the summer anyway, so it wouldn't be too far-fetched. There you go. This. Alright. All right. This is going along pretty well. I'm liking what I'm writing for this segment. Let me see. I'm going to do something really quickly for myself. This is on page 146. Okay, I got to do something. I got to go back to the beginning here. Chapter 1. I need to look at something really quickly because I want to look at how I left something in the other book. Chrysanth, are you anywhere near where you can actually look at the version that I sent you? Because I'm trying to remember which version you have. I think it was the copy edit version. I'm curious if the last line is the last line I have in this copy edit version. I just wanted to make sure. If you're not, that's fine. Don't worry about it. All right, so I got to here. Oh, the beta reader copy. Oh, like, let me make sure that, let me look at that one. Let's see, where's my folder here? Da 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 da. And was it a PDF? I can't remember if I gave you a PDF or a Word document in the end. Because this is version 1, and that says version 3. Because I know I renamed one of them. That's the current draft. That's the copy edit version. Doop, 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 doop. Open this PDF really quickly. Take notes elsewhere to have Adobe. Ah, that's right. That's right. Okay. All right. So it has the same ending then. Okay, good. That's the right one. Got it. Got it. Got it. Just making sure. Just making sure. Because I did change a few things between different versions from the copy edit or the beta reader copy. Okay, let's go back down to 146 here. Oh, that's too far. 159. That's the other version. Yes. Get into talking about star bars. Okay, what levels? 51. Okay, that's the previous version. Okay, got it. That's where I made all the changes. Got it. Very tempted to put it on a work laptop because I have Adobe Access there and can make comments what it would have given you my work account name. Ah, yeah. Don't do that. Anonymity. The internet. Huh. Okay. I don't know where to go with that next. Because I could... Argument. All right, I'm totally sniffly today because of that coffee. Woohoo! Man, I'm not a philosopher, but getting into all this stuff because I'm talking about free will and the arguments for and against it and all these things, which is the more evil thing to do. It's fun to write about, but it's also, I am not a 19th or 18th century philosopher. But I did stay in a Holiday Inn Express once. So, pretty much can take it all on now. Hey, Tomix, if you're still here, when is Railborn actually coming out, by the way? Because that looks really interesting. I do want to try that. And also Spacecraft. Spacecraft. Do I ever unblur for peaks? I occasionally do, yeah. I can always unblur. I'm not too worried about it. Because I doubt anybody's going to steal. And if they do, then... haha, you stole my writing. Yeah, I can go, boop. See, look at that. I can turn it off. I'm asking questions. They're talking about heaven or hell at the moment. Lucifer. A guy talking about other people. Different characters. Boop. Look at that. Sneak peek. How sneak peeky is that? And you know, I've been told a couple times that, you know, I have nice prose, and I write dialogue weirdly. I don't use dialogue tags very often. I don't like using dialogue tags a lot. I do a lot of inference of who's talking based on the way they talk and the things that have been said ahead of time, the things that have been said after it. And I'm like, Now, a couple of people who have read my stuff have said it's very different and a little jarring. Other people are like, it's fine. I get it. Frantically screenshotting. Yeah. Well, there you go. And the fun thing is, it's different for everybody because some people I like their writing, they use dialogue tags a lot. But I really love the way that Lawrence Block does dialogue. And he doesn't always use dialogue tags, and he doesn't always not use dialogue tags. But you're rarely ever confused about who is talking in his books. Rarely. Happens sometimes, but most of the time, he's just got a clear voice for everybody, which is good. Let's see. If I go back up here, there was a section I had to put a note into. I'm going to go back to my other document. I've got my other book open here. subject lead path you can take too. Yeah, subject implies the speech. Yeah, exactly. Yep. And mannerisms, like a person who doesn't use contractions, or a person who always starts every sentence off with a verb or a question or something like that, or a person who always starts everything with I. Or when I was a kid, we had a challenge of writing a story where we didn't use the word said. You had to do the, if you describe someone doing an action after speaking, it's implied there, the speaker thing. Yeah, yeah. It's a good exercise. It's a fun thing to do. Fun thing to do. And I see a lot of people who emulate the style of another writer. They really like whoever, like J.K. Rowling, or they like who's the other person, Stephen King or somebody like that, and totally different ways of writing, or even Hemingway, and they're like, I'm totally gonna write Hemingway style, and some of it gets ingrained and then they can't get out of it, but other times they try it, they're like, I really don't like writing this way. It's literally everybody has their own way of doing it. So, and when I ended the first book the way I did, some of the beta readers were just like, what the hell? Why would you do that? And other people said, oh yeah, you're never going to sell a book to a publisher with an ending like that. And other people said, I like it. Like, so it's all over the place. So I feel like I hit upon something there, because half of the people were like, okay. And half of the people were like, So that's fun. Yep. That's asynchronicity setting. Strong writing if the reader knows the character just from action or just from speech without naming them once. Yeah, yeah. Summarizing actions through dialogue or narrative agreement is also a nice trick. Yep. Lotus Die. Shove expositions into organic dialogue too. Yeah. I have been doing a good amount of that. Occasionally I feel like I'm stretching it a bit far. I mean, I don't ever want to get in the situation. I don't know if you guys have ever read oh my god, what's the name of the book? Atlas Shrugged. There's a segment in there where she writes what a guy is saying on a radio announcement. It's 60 pages of the guy talking. That was a bit too much for me. Like, okay, this is interesting, but I was done listening to the guide about page 4. 60 pages was a bit much. I was in the What the Hell group. Yay, Chrysanth. I like the What the Hell. Lotus Die. You don't believe this? You don't believe what? You don't what don't you believe? Yeah, Atlas, it was a tough book to get through in parts, but that section took me out of it. I'm like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I like reading all kinds of... You know, one of the hardest books for me to ever finish was Portrait of a Lady by... Is it Henry James? Is that who wrote it? I could not get through the damn book, and I had to read it for a college class. I'm like, I've never had this much trouble struggling through something. And I had to. I mean, otherwise I would have just tossed it aside. But it was just, I couldn't get through the damn book. $60 pages of radio, yeah. 60 pages of ads. Who would do that? Very smart, very dry writing, yeah. Oh no! All right. ad break is over. So yeah, we were just talking about the dryness, the pain, the smart lady who wrote a very dry book. Yep. What actually helps me get through books is reading them aloud. Helps me keep me focused and moving on. Yeah, that actually does help. It's surprising how much that changes the way you're doing things because you have to stop and pronounce. That's a good thing. I like it. Which version is this thing? I'm looking at the copy edit version. All right, I can close that or put it aside at least. You know, one of the things that I just found out about on Twitch because I wasn't paying attention to my inbox here is that I found out on Twitch now I can, for limited times, I can actually do sub discounts. I was like, cool. So I have a limited number of like hours I can run sub discounts. Like I can do, hey, 35% off subs for the next hour or something like that. But it's like there's some weirdness to it. So you want to do it over the course of long streams because doing it in a short stream, it seems like it starts it and there's a limited time until you could use the whole thing up. So you want to do it in long streams, even though it's like a set amount of time. It starts ticking down. It sounds like it's a little weird, but I may be doing that when I do a longer stream for something. I might actually even be playing Dune later today. We'll see. We'll see. Does that affect your bottom line? You know, supposedly it doesn't because they give you a very limited number of hours you can run these specials. I think there was where was it here? Where did I put it here? I looked at the number here and it said sub discounts about them. Yeah, it offers viewers a 35% discount on gift sub bundles of 5 or more. You choose when you're doing it. You choose the duration of your promotion. And it... Alright, so this... Yeah, you can do it up to 7 times, and you have 70 total hours to run the promotions. You can do 7 promotions of 10 hours each, 4 promotions of 40, 12, 16, 2 hours, 1 promotion of 70 hours straight. I mean, yeah. It says they cannot be less than an hour or end at a time that is not a whole hour. Promotion tokens and hours reset at the start of each new year. And people will see a little notification. And it says Twitch and the streamer split the discounted gift subscription revenue. In this case, streamers will make their usual net revenue share of the discounted price the viewer paid. So it does, you make a little less, but you get more people in. It drives traffic, I think. And it only works with the purchase of 5 or more tier 1 single month gift subs. So, it's interesting. At some point, I should just turn it on and try it. Not that I worry too much about the revenue part of this. I mostly just... I enjoy streaming for streaming's sake most of the time. It is nice to have people come on in and sub and do all that stuff. Yeah, I'm just it's interesting. I'm gonna try it out when I do like a slightly longer stream for a weekend or something like that. It'll be fun. Yeah, exactly. And see how that works out. I think that's a good thing. Hey, Chrysanth, I have a question. Since you mod, how do you get somebody's message to show up in the window when somebody writes something on like YouTube? Is it the pin message thing, or is it not pin message? Because that just pins it in the chat, right? Because I'm not sure if that's something you have to do through like a streaming program, if it's an add-on. Because I know when people highlight someone's message, they're like, hey, this person said this thing, and it pops up on YouTube. I'm just curious. I've never done it before, so. Channel activity, go to channel, pin message, report, remove. Yeah, like on Wednesday After Dark or any channel where people do that. I'm not sure if it's like you can only do that once you get monetized, if it's like a special feature of, you know, using Streamlabs or not Streamlabs, but video or Streamlabs. Yeah, Streamlabs. Yeah, or StreamYards. Yeah, that kind of stuff. Just curious. I have to actually create the stream through StreamYards. That's why I was always the last one through there. Got it. Okay. So you actually, StreamYards allows you to do that kind of stuff. Okay, so there's no way to do that if you're just on a normal, everyday YouTube stream. You can't pop the messages up and do that. Okay. Good to know. I mean, that would be a very cool thing if you could do that here. That'd be nice. Okay. So if I bring this to here, let's see here. No way to do that on YouTube. Would be nice for YouTube to enable something like that. Yeah. Restream anything. It would be great. But oh well. I'm not that advanced of a streamer anyway. It's just usually me most of the time. Though I am working with my friend to get going. We're going to do a little podcast show. Probably on my channel because she doesn't have a channel and I don't have a separate channel. And I'm already trying to get this one monetized. So it'll just be us doing a little talk show for like an hour or so at a time. We'll see. Once we figure out how to get our timing all worked out so we could actually be doing stuff on the same day. That will be fun. Two busy people trying to get together to stream. Woohoo! Oh, woohoo, yeah, okay. The cayenne pepper has settled in the bottom of the cup. Not only is it dark black coffee, it is spicy dark black coffee. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo, I have found the spice. The spice must flow. It is flowing! Alright, so... StreamYards is pricey as heck and has a lot of issues recently. It's been having some fun. That's a good word for it. Okay. If you that way, I'll suppose the argument. Why did my phone go ding, ding, ding? Are there cats at the back door? I literally just brought them food when I was out there next time. I don't know if I meant... Did I mention if you're over on Twitch, if you wouldn't mind, I'd love a follow over on... Oops. That's not what I'm looking for. I would love a follow over on the YouTube. It would be fantastic. Let me throw the link in here. Boom. If you haven't given me a sub over there, please do. Trying to get closer and closer to monetization over there. I'm a little ways away. I finally got to 100. 100 subs over there. Woo! which is great. I just need to get to 500 and then also get my my watch hours all the way up, because weirdly enough, people are pretty engaged with the content, which is great. They just I don't have enough people there to get to the monetization threshold yet. It's yeah, I'm almost halfway there on the watch hours already. I know, like a fifth of the way there for yeah, a fifth of the way there on the people. So I'm getting there. I'm getting there slowly. We're getting somewhere. Yes, courtesy of Leylines. Woo! It was very, very nice to hit that during the stream. It was very nice. Oh my gosh, cats. We got like a Formula One racetrack going up there today. Incredible, because watch hours the thing takes the longest. Yeah, I'm at almost exactly half of the watch hours I need. So, yeah. And like almost 56%, I think it said 56% of the people watching me aren't subscribed. So I feel like Gary, blah, 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 and the 50% of you who haven't subscribed, please hit that button. So I was planning on doing a video this afternoon because I want to do another Marginalia video. But I'm trying to decide which writing topic or which D&D topic I want to go on to next. And I think I'm going to do a D&D Marginalia one. But I'm trying to decide which little thing I want to make a little short on. Something for DMs or something for players. Oh, if anybody has anything they really want to hear me do a quick little tab on, like a 1 to 3 minute video, probably more like a 1.5 minute video for Marginalia over on YouTube, let me know. Like, here's how you deal with this, or never do this, or this one weird trick for DMs. Because a couple of those videos really took off. And I want to get back to making more of them. I've just been so stupidly busy. Because that one, even though they brought the, there must have been some bots that hit it. Because at one point it had 2,500 views. Now it's down to like 1,800. Or 1,900, something like that. They just shaved a bunch off. I'm like, hey. It was one of the clickbait title ones that delivered on the clickbait title. And it was shorter. The longer one people liked, but they didn't watch they watched it, but not as many people watched it. More people watched that one through, which is even weirder because it was much longer than the others. So, it was weird. So I'm still trying to figure all that stuff out. I'll get it. I'll figure it out. I'll hit upon a formula at some point. Those players. Yeah, I mean, the ones that I've done so far, I did, this tab, make sure it's muted. When I go to my shorts, I did one that was, most DMs are approaching this all wrong. A secret weapon every online DM needs. And a shocking mistake that too many DMs make. The shocking mistake that far too many DMs make is the one that's gotten the most views. Normally, I'll get like 40 views on something short on my channel, if I'm happy and lucky and it's a good day. That one got 2,500 within an hour, and then they shaved a bunch off. Another one got 1,600, another one got 422. So the shorts are definitely engaging. People like them. I just have to find, out of all the subjects for the book that I'm writing on how to be a better storyteller and DM, I gotta find the little encapsulated things that make people go, oh, that's kind of fun. Quick character creation tips, table etiquette, things like that. That's not a bad idea. Table etiquette is one I actually wanted to do a video on, but I wasn't certain how to approach it. it's a touchy subject, and that's why I kind of like making these, because they're a little controversial. I got some people who messaged me. A couple people actually didn't, were in the comments were like, thumbs down, because I said you don't need to prep as much. Prep work is something that could be just dragging you into the abyss of hell. Yeah, they have been. They're really pushing shorts. And the weird thing is, for watch hours, it's like 3,000 watch hours. For shorts, it's like 3 million views or something like that. Equivalents to get yourself monetized. I'm like, okay, I guess it's a little crazy. Yeah, I think it says valid public watch hours, you need 3,000 in a year. And it's public shorts views, you need 3 million. I guess in 90 days. 3 million people have to watch your short in 90 days. Or shorts, any shorts that you have. Like, oh, okay. I have not gone viral yet. I have not gone viral. So yeah, I might think about the... Because I actually do talk about the character creation stuff a lot in the book. And how I do it for NPCs. Yeah. Yeah, it's ridiculous, but I guess they really want people to, hit those viral things. So, and I'm sure there are people out there who get viral stuff, crazy people who say a controversial thing and everybody engages with it and then it just snowballs. I'm not controversial enough. Even Moonskull only gets around 200 to 500 per short and it does 2 shorts a day. Yeah, it's crazy. So I'm hoping that I can get some more of these going, because the intro one only got like a handful of views, but the rest of them have gotten really good views. So that's fantastic. I don't think they count towards my overall watch hours. I think the public videos are the watch hours. So yeah. And I don't know if I can upload a short as a public video and a short. It probably won't count. I'm going to try both. We'll see. We'll see. I got myself off on a tangent here, didn't I? Aha! But that's okay, because I'm talking about writing still. And videos. Alright. Let me check something here. Nope. Okay, I didn't answer that. Just checking to see if I'd answered a question earlier. All right. Big issue with character creation is I really struggle with starting from scratch, but I'm good at building from a foundation. So advice there would be great. Yeah, I should put that into the video, because I talk about that, how I do it for NPCs, because I keep it incredibly simple, because 90% of the stuff that people come up with and put down in an NPC sheet or a note or whatever is either never going to come into play or easily come up with on the spot. Now, there are a lot of people who want it all written down, so they have it all planned out in advance. But again, that goes back to my preparation, execution, and aftermath setup for my book. All that stuff kind of weaves together. What was I going to do here? There was something that just popped into my head. I know what it was. It was this. Let me see. All right. I got to put that there. Okay. Boop. You know what I love about cats, by the way? Totally unrelated. I just saw this picture on my phone. I filled up the outside water fountains, or the water containers, cleaned them all out, put the water in there, so you know they're gravity-fed water things. I'm getting a new one that's coming tomorrow that is hooks up to the hose on the side of the house, so I'll have like an actual fountain with a little plumb bob in the inside that knows when the water's low. It pops the water back on. I maintain those for the cats outside so they have water. The birds like it, raccoons and the opossums, and evidently the skunks like it. I will do that, and I will put fresh water. It'll bubble and gurgle out. The cats are like, ooh, neat. And then immediately walk over to the gravel driveway to the mud puddle and be like, yes, mud puddle. Because they're like, this is fresh. I know it's fresh. I trust it. I'm like, fresh water. Filtered water from the well. They're like, no, I'm okay. I'm going to drink out of the mud puddle. Ruda helped with Daybreak, where he gave me a few ideas to work with, and I built the personality and everything else from there. Interesting. Interesting. Can I switch this thing? Let me check this really quickly here. Alright, here we go. Gotta love cats. You dorks. You're such dorks. I do love them. They're great. I sat outside this morning just hanging out with them on the front porch, which is or in the morning, it's in the shade. So, because where the house is sitting on the lot, you know, we got east over here, west over here, and the sun rises over the house and goes this way at kind of an angle. So in the morning, the front porch is completely in shade until you get to about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, depending on the time of the year. So it's nice and shady in the morning. It's really nice to go out, sit and have coffee with cats or something. I'm sitting there having a cup of coffee, and they're all just kind of lounging next to me. And of course, the cats inside decided, we're inside. We're not going to come outside. We're going to come up to the window and be like... So Pumpkin runs up to the window and does and then flips his tail against it and runs away and makes a lot of noise. So all the cats outside are like, what's going on? And it was just a normal generic coffee mug. Max got scared by them because the other cats started moving, and he's a feral cat, so he gets a little worried about everything. He's like, what's going on? He knocked my coffee cup over, and it was whoop. The porch is concrete, smacked it, broke it into a bunch of pieces. So scared him even more. I picked up all the pieces and moved them off. I come back, and they're all like staring at the coffee. I'm like, no, you're not supposed to have coffee. So I'm wiping it up, and I got done, and I wiped it all up. And I don't know why. Max, the feral cat who's a little scared of stuff, he goes over, smells the coffee, and just flops in it. It was just damp concrete that was coffee. He flops it and starts rolling around. I'm like, why? Why are you rolling around in the... I don't get it. It wasn't even hot sauce coffee. It was just plain old coffee, black coffee. I don't get it. Cats are just weird, man. So I went inside and got one of the, I have these wipes for the cats that are like, not lanolin. I don't have them down here, but they're wipes to, you know, they're not supposed to bother cats. They're not like a normal wet wipe. But, I got one of those and started wiping him down, and he was not happy. Not happy. Oh, I just realized why he's probably rolling in it. Because he still smelled like a skunk. Oh, maybe he thought the coffee was gonna... Oh, my gosh, I just totally... Oh. I wonder if I should try coffee on them next time. I'm sorry, light bulbs just went off over my head. I don't know if you saw that. Wonder if that's why. Huh. Yeah, because he was one of the 2 cats that got the skunk on him. And that's why I was also trying to keep him off my lap. Because I'm like, I don't want to smell like a skunk. And Charlie was hiding over in the bushes anyway. Just like, nope, don't want to be near anybody right now. I got skunk on me. Huh. Huh. I got myself off on another tangent. All right. How to use coffee grounds to repel skunks? Do coffee grounds repel skunks? Okay. Does coffee get rid of skunk smell? All right, let's see here. Top tier pest, blah, 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 blah. Okay, that's great. How do coffee grounds repel skunks? Huh. Okay. Most people have heard the old wives' tale that coffee can be used to get rid of skunk smell. I've never heard that before, ever. It can help mask the smell of skunk, but it doesn't actually eliminate the odor. Okay. Not a foolproof solution. For us, it was always just tomato juice. I've never heard about the coffee thing. Maybe the cats know something I don't. Huh. Okay, cats. Good job. You smarty pants. Or something. Alright, I've learned something. I've learned that coffee can sort of hide the smell of skunk spray, but not much. A bit. Right, so there we go. I also just got a note that it's afternoon, so I have to check something. So, here we go. All right. So I am going to be hopping off here. I don't know if anybody else is on here to go raid them into. Ad starts in 50 seconds. We're gonna dismiss that ad break. Let's see if we can find anybody who is doing something here. Okay. Okay, that doesn't really help. Yeah, I see who's on. Oh, yep, there he is. I mean, I'm following him. I had to click on the following. All right, we're gonna raid over into EJ, and I will talk to you all a little later. Thanks for coming on by. And like I said, you give me a sub over on YouTube, I'd love it. If you don't, I'm so happy. All right, I will talk to you all later. Let's go say hi to him. If it's working, is it working? It worked. Let me check. All right, let me figure this out. Twitch is being stupid. Twitch is being amazing. I mean, amazingly stupid. Let's try it again. Let's see if it actually works. All right, if I click on it and do it, there we go. It wouldn't give me the start raid button. Hopefully we're going to do it. We'll see.
Richard Frost, all right. What up?